Keep your eye on it. We got hand lines coming. Stand by for a far. Yeah, we'll let you go here.
Good evening, I should say good early morning, Periscope watchers and Facebook family. This is Captain Eric Jackson reporting to you live from a working two-alarm apartment fire in the 2200 block of Plaster Road here in the city of Chamblee in DeKalb County. Right now we have approximately 45 firefighters that are working vigorously in trying to extinguish what appears to be a rather large apartment fire consuming two buildings right now. Right now I'm walking down to the far end, to one of the far ends, to see just how widespread this fire is. Right at this present time, I'm not going to be able to look at any comments, but I will, however, give you some updates as this incident moves along. I'm going to turn down my radio here just for a second so you all can hear me. I will give you all some updates. I will give you continued updates. I'll run this live broadcast for approximately 10 to 15 minutes. Right now I'm at Building G. This fire seems to involve two buildings which are meshed together, Building G and Building F. Right now I do not have a number exactly of how many units are involved. Rough estimates tell us that there may be in excess of 25 units. We're happy to report, and right now I'm going to give you a view of what's going on up at that rooftop up there. Right now, preliminary reports are that there are no injuries to report, so that's always a great thing to hear. So our firefighters can focus their efforts on fighting this fire. We have conducted a series of primary searches, which means that we have gone into those buildings that we could go into to see if there was anyone inside of those buildings. As you see where I'm pointing to you right now, we do have a burned out roof. Once we received a call, we were informed, or we were told once we got here what we could see, rather, that we have flames through the roof. So we had a lot of fire involvement from this end of the apartment building all the way down to that end over there. We have many individuals that are displaced at this time, that are out lining the street. We have firefighters here that are rehabbing firefighters, and we have even bystanders over there standing up against the wall, homeowners. We've had a couple of vehicles to take some pretty severe heat damage as a result of this fire. And right now we have one of our aerial ladders that is fully extended, or excuse me, two of our ladders, one of which is about to be extended, one which is fully extended, that is dumping a lot of water on this fire. On the back side, we were informed that there was a gas-fed fire, so we have fires attending to that right now. We have a number of bystanders that are standing by here, and we have bystanders pretty much standing all around this complex, thankfully out of the way of firefighters so that they can do their jobs. Again, and I'm gonna work on getting a name for these apartments for you, but once I do, I'm gonna walk down here, and these are the Ashford Glen apartments here, located in the 2200 block of Plaster Road here in the city of Chamblee in DeKalb County. Right now we have approximately 45 firefighters working a second alarm assignment here at this apartment building. We do have two buildings here, buildings F and building G. Building F seemingly having sustained the heavier of the damage, the fire damage. And as you can see a little further on into the foreground, we have a lot of roof involvement. We have hot plastic dripping, literally dripping from the rooftops. We have a lot of fire that's blowing out of that second story window, as you can see. Just a lot of fire involvement. that's going on at this present time. Right now we have firefighters that are literally situated all over this building. We have firefighters on this side, we have firefighters on the back side. I'm gonna show you here that stream is hitting that top floor and literally knocking the roof shingles off what's left of an already burned out rooftop. We have firefighters that are situated, making sure there are no victims on the bottom end, on the back side. But again, right now we are fighting this fire from a defensive posture. We have pulled all of our firefighters out. We have conducted what's called a PAR, a personal accountability report, to make sure, to check and to make sure that all of our firefighters are out of this building. Right now we have a couple of our EMS providers standing by, standing by, waiting in the throes, just in the event that there are some injuries reported. We have our battalion chief who's serving as our safety officer here, and we have our incident commander who is our shift commander or our assistant chief that is monitoring this fire and directing crews where they need to go. I am going to walk around the backside here and try to get some additional footage. And as you can hear just a little bit of foot traffic, or excuse me, radio traffic coming from the officers in command. We're gonna walk around here to the backside. See what we can see over here. Walking under the trees, kind of wet. And we have more fire involvement. You can see we're on the back side of this apartment building now. And you can see just how much more involved this fire is and how much more destructive it has been. So right now we're looking at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, possibly 30 apartment units right now that are either involved with smoke and fire or have sustained heavy smoke and fire damage. Here are some more individuals that are standing by on the backside. We're going to
y'all stand by with it. We're probably going to use it on building out.
The only units that seem to be somewhat salvageable, or not salvageable, that aren't involved with fire are those two upstairs units there at the end. Let's see if we can follow along with these firefighters, get close with this fire stream.
Hey, let's go ahead and leave that 2.5 in place. We'll go ahead and see if you can pull you from the end line.
Right now, these firefighters are directing that fire stream right to that top building.
Go ahead, radio.
They are fully dressed out with full apparatus, breathing apparatus. Of course, all of the accessories needed to fight what could be a rather lengthy and long and drawn out fire. Underneath that, you have a firefighter that is going to breach this apartment just to make sure there's no fire involvement in there. We're gonna walk a little further on down.
Truck 23, once you get in place, let us know. We'll shut truck 18 down.
All right, y'all folks, you're way too close. Way too close. I need you back that way.
Yes, sir.
Right now I'm on the back side of this apartment complex. We do have fire. You see that fire literally goes from one end to the building to just where we walked from to the other. This is the least amount of where the fire activity is, but nevertheless, fire is fire and it's traveled. So if it's traveled all this way, you definitely know that it is intense. So we're gonna walk back around this way here. And I know some of you are probably expressing for me to be careful, and I am. I can't see your comments right now, but you see just a lot of people that are standing by. And we're up here at the top, and again, we've got a lot of fire involvement. This fire literally is burning from one end of the building to another. I'm going to, and here we have bystanders that live here, but are simply just watching the fire. So we have, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 streams, 4 master streams of water being directed on this fire. And so those of you that are still with me on Facebook Live from here in Georgia and all points around, but those specifically in Georgia and California, Periscope family, this is Captain Eric Jackson with DeKalb County Fire and Rescue here live on the scene of a working 2-alarm apartment fire here in the 2200 block of Plaster Road here in the city of Chamblee in DeKalb County. We have approximately 50 firefighters working on a 2-alarm assignment here at this apartment building. We literally had fire burning from one end of the building to another. We're looking at quite possibly upwards of 30 units involved in fire and or having received smoke and water damage. Right now there are no injuries. There are no injuries to report. Everyone that we know of as of right now has gotten out safely. Again, there are a number of residents that are out here. We are being assisted by members of the Chamblee Police Department that are helping to hold and keep folks back. We have a number of units that are here, as I mentioned to you before, that are strategically placed, that are providing the maximum amount of fire attack they can on this working incident. I'm going to sign off here just for a second so I can go down here and talk with my media partners. But I wanted to give you all an update, brief update of what I got. I apologize I wasn't able to acknowledge anyone. I was focused a little bit more on trying to get you all the very best picture and video quality that I could, as opposed to reading all the comments. I know there have been a lot of well wishes. I've seen a lot of hearts. I certainly appreciate you all for doing that. I will come back here shortly, just as soon as I address the media. I'm so lucky that I get the video and talk with the media at the same time. So again, I will sign back on to you here just shortly. I'm Captain Eric Jackson with DeKalb County Fire Rescue. And hold tight. I will be back to you shortly. I do see some familiar names. I see Roland, Chris Corrales, my cousin Kim. I don't know what she's doing up this late. I do see a lot of people. I will be back here shortly. You all just hang on. Give me about 10 to 15 minutes to deal with the media, and I will be right back. So hold tight. This is DeKalb County Fire Rescue live at a 2-alarm apartment fire, 2200 block of Placer Road here in the city of Chamblee in DeKalb County. DCFR TV will be right back.